Well, our producer, Mr. Woolley, has set us a challenge. We've got to pick our Dream 11. We've got to pick a World T20 11 from the squads that have been selected for the T20 World Cup in West Indies and the USA. The thing is, though, we're only allowed one representative from each country. Only one. So, Urooj, Nasser and Morgs are alongside me. I've come into this saying, why don't we do it this way? And instantly, the man that's just turned up says, no, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it completely the other way.
Sat on the train from Chelmsford to here, which is a very long way, by the way. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be better to fill the roles that you need? So, like your opening bowler.
But how many roles do you need?
Well, you need an opening bowler, a spinner.
But how many opening bowlers do you need? Just 2 or 3 seamers? Or how are you going to balance the side?
I think there's certain cricketers you just can't leave out of like a dream 11.
Wish we could leave you out of this debate.
I think Bumrah, for example, should be in this side.
I tell you what, why don't we do it this way? You just name your Dream 11 and we'll all go home, and then that's it.
Let's not do it that way. Let's do it your way. It's not the right way, but let's do it your way.
No, we have to do it Nasser's way, otherwise all toys will come out of the pram. OK, we need an opening bowler.
Bumrah.
Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Shaheen Shah Afridi.
That's India and Pakistan done.
Easy game. Easy game. Well, I would do it a little bit like Nas, and a little bit like you. I think, first of all, we're talking about fantasy sport, so it's contributing factors that get you more points. It's not always what the best bowler or the best batter is going to do. So when I was going through this and prepping for it, it was a little bit like selection. You get what you think is going to be the biggest contributing factors in a side. So actually, you should probably start with all-rounders, because they can contribute with bat and ball. Opportunity to have an impact in the game. But I have Bumrah, I have Shaheen Shah Afridi, but I went about it a little bit differently.
Which all-rounders have you gone for?
So actually quite a lot of them.
Okay.
Very different than the IPL.
Very, very different. So all-rounders, it brings in like Rachin Ravindra in for New Zealand. It brings in Shakib Al Hassan for Bangladesh.
Yep.
And a little bit of a surprise, or maybe not for those out there, I went Noor Ahmed from Afghanistan to sort of complete the bowling lineup, just simply because I think he's had a brilliant IPL, and his progression throughout his career is getting better and better. He's on a massive upward curve.
That means you can't have Rashid Khan. Are you
Correct.
happy with that?
Of course, that's easy.
He's
I was just proving my point.
He's an all-rounder. He's an all-rounder, though. Is he not an all-rounder?
Yeah, he is. But I think the value of having Noor Ahmed, I think, outweighs it, because in the batting lineup I have, Rashid Khan probably isn't going to feature in, say, the top 7, which contributes to value of points as well. Remember, it's all about points.
I had it down as get your best players.
Yeah.
We're disagreeing again.
You're in,
I disagree with you, I'm now disagreeing
you're
with
in
you.
charge.
I haven't fallen out with the Rouge yet, but there is time.
Not yet.
Well, let's deal with what we have got consensus
All right,
with. So we're going with, obviously with the rules, if you've got Bumrah, you can't have Rohit Sharma, or you can't have Jadeja, you can't have Kohli. So we're going to go Bumrah at 11, say, just for argument's sake. Shaheen Shah Afridi. So there's 2.
Shakib, I think we can agree on.
Where are we batting? Where are we batting? Batting, Shakib.
4, 5.
Probably 6 or 7 for me, but
Put him in there.
Let's put him in there, and then we get.
Let's whack him in at 5.
They're not going out to bat now. We're just trying to do it all. We don't have to give them the order yet.
You're not getting the points
World
just
Cup doesn't
yet.
start for a few days.
So we have representatives from Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan. Do you want to go spinners now, or do you want to go opening batters?
Well, it depends on his Noor
Ahmed
or Rashid Khan.
If you go Sri Lanka, you pick Hasaranga. If you're going for Noor Ahmed from Afghanistan, I'd debate still on whether you're going Noor Ahmed or Rashid Khan.
Yeah, so if there's a Sri Lanka debate in there, I have Patirana in as the third seamer ahead of, and then it just gives you another batting option up the top for me. But whoever in my team, it would be Patirana, just a little bit different. I think he's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, I'm happy with Patirana, to be honest.
Well, why are you now so compliant?
Well, that's me, isn't it? I'll try and get everyone together. It's like my captaincy, just
Genuinely
arm round people's shoulders. It doesn't have to be aggression all the time.
You'd have clipped him round the ear by now.
Yeah. It does rule out Hasaranga.
Yeah, and Rashid Khan both.
And yeah.
So
what was the other one? See, I had Dhananjaya De Silva potentially.
Yeah.
But you want him?
No, whoever you think. I'm just giving an opinion.
I'd still have one leggy in there, so.
So you want what Rashid
So are we going Rashid Khan?
Well, if
or
we're going
no?
Noor Ahmed, then we pick Hasaranga, because Afghanistan's one. You can only get one from each country, right? So
Yeah. So again, another debate. I have Adam Zampa.
Then you
for
wouldn't
the
be able to have
Australians.
Travis Head.
I wouldn't
So
have Travis Head. I wouldn't
okay.
have
Mitch Stark, no.
David Warner, Mitchell
Cummins,
Marsh,
Stark.
Cummins, Stark,
Okay.
Hazelwood, Agar.
You go
Okay.
Zampa.
Keep them. Yeah.
Okay.
Game starts at 6:30, lads. Okay.
We haven't got a team. Not only that, the team don't know as well. They're waiting in the changing room. That's how you
Right.
used to pick it, wasn't it? Hold on
Exactly,
a
yeah.
second, lads. Can you read?
Yeah, this is like Bumble. Wow,
Benson and
Nasser for
somebody.
Nick Knight. Okay, let's go. All right, who's your England? Who is your England? Let's go back to where you started.
Right, let's go right at the
countries.
top.
Okay,
Yeah,
who's your England?
okay.
Who can you not leave out from England?
Josh Butler.
Josh Butler.
So Butler's opening,
I'm liking this system.
and he's
Countries.
keeping wicket, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's captain? Or we
come
get
to
the
that.
captain
We'll get there.
We'll
later?
come to that.
We'll
Okay.
get there.
Okay, who's his opening partner? So you can't.
You want
Well,
Rachin Ravindra then as an
I
all-rounder.
want Paul Sterling opening the
Just
batting.
pick-
He
So
Pick your
going-
mates.
so
I mean.
well. I tell you what.
I had
he's-
Josh Little.
That's again a great call, but it depends on how you balance. Remember, you can only pick one player from each country. So once you're outside of say the top 8 or 9, there's a huge open debate as to whether you want to fit or what you think is the best value for your money. And for me, it's Paul Sterling. He's also going to captain as well, so that means he might bowl. So again, opportunity to make an impact at the top. He ain't going to hang around. That's the other thing.
Because you've got Zampa from Australia, which means heads gone.
Yep.
So that's.
So who are you having from
I'd go head.
Who are you having from Australia?
I would have gone Travis Head.
I would have gone head with Butler to open.
Oh, there we then.
Your mates out then.
Well, in my team, he's in. That's the
Yours.
most important thing. Yeah.
Well, you can tell him.
Just put head down
Yeah.
and then in brackets Sterling, not because I'm sitting on the fence, but because it may come down the line where we can't have one of those because we've ruled out that country.
Who's batting 3 for you?
I'd go Glenn Phillips, New Zealand.
What did I have? I had Glenn Phillips.
All right then.
I had Rachin Ravindra.
It's interesting.
I just-
Glenn
I
Phillips'
just went-
stats are amazing. Actually.
Yeah.
His average
Yeah,
is
yeah.
good.
I just
and
went-
his
But
field.
it's just going number 3. Who's then your potential number 3 from the countries we've got left? So that, for me,
I went middle order players and I would put Heinrich Klassen in there somewhere. So
Would you bat him at 3 though?
No.
no.
Because I had Klassen in. I think,
But then
as well.
that takes out South Africans is my point. So
Then you lose Rabada,
yeah,
Janssen,
yeah.
Miller.
So
de
let's put Klassen in there. He's arguably
Where?
one- Just
4 or 5,
some
yeah.
4
Yeah,
or 5.
somewhere there.
So we've ruled that.
Well, if you
country out.
recall, you told me to put Shakib Al Hassan at 5, so I can't put 2 people at 5. So I'll bat 4.
He's told 2 people are batting in the same position. Brilliant.
Right, we can write the numbers later then.
Okay.
just
Get
class-
11.
Just get 11 first. Shakib and Klassen both in
Why don't
there.
we just have a normal World Cup where countries play against these countries? Anyway, carry
Well,
on.
clearly none of us are getting a selection role after this.
Right, hang on. So we've got Butler to open with either Head or Sterling. We've got Klassen at 4, Shakib Al Hassan at 5, and
I'd still
we've
go.
got Phillips at 3.
I'd still go Phillips at 3.
You all
It's a
Ratcliffe.
Kiwi anyway as a batter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in principle, it's the same.
We're going to have enough. Bowl.
Both.
I mean, they both bowl.
All right,
good,
Phillips
yeah.
slash
Phillips is the better
Rachin.
fielder.
I think Urooj has put a foot down
Yeah.
here, so it's
Yeah.
Glenn Phillips,
Yeah,
not Ratchin.
yeah.
So he's batting 3, so we need 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you've got
What
Shakib as a
countries?
spinner, Glenn Phillips potentially. You need we've got a South African.
West Indies.
We've got who do you want
Puran?
from West Indies?
I have the exact
Puran?
same. Yeah, Nicholas Puran.
I had Hetmine.
Okay.
Okay.
Puran? Or
Looking at where we've.
Dre Russ?
I had Dre Russ
Okay.
for lower order hitting. There's a lot of who's your finisher there at the moment?
Well, Klassen's batting quite high at 4. Was that quite high? I'm not sure that's quite high. Actually.
You could potentially switch Shakib and
But
bring
no, he
Klassen.
said
Oh, okay.
Shakib's got that far. So Puran or Dre Russ?
I think with the balance of that team, you'd probably have to go Dre Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's quite batting.
Yeah.
heavy.
Would you bat him at 6 or 7?
6 fine.
Is it?
Yeah, no worries.
Dre Russell. So we have
West Indies tick.
West Indies.
Yeah.
We have Australia. sort of, because we're not quite sure yet. Ireland, sort of. New Zealand, yes. Pakistan, yes. We need
Afghanistan.
Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, I think, would be an option. Now, that's the Rashid Khan, Noor Ahmed debate again.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably both take up the same slot in the 11, so you probably put both of them, put a slash in there. We can,
Yeah.
because position would probably be the same for both, right?
Yeah.
8.
Right, Rashid or Noor, so there's Afghanistan done.
Sri Lanka.
2 more. We got
I like
Lanka.
Patirana.
Patirana.
I do like him. It's a good shout. He
Patirana
looks like
at
on the way up, his variations, that action, wicket taking potential. We've got lots of all-rounders in there, so Hasaranga
Probably
misses out.
you're missing a wristy, I reckon.
Well, Rashid.
What?
Yeah, 1. And then you got 3
that's-
seamers and Dre Russ.
That's why.
So you could have Zampa
and
and
then-
take out Travis Head
Yeah.
and go down. That's
Yeah.
why he brought that
I
up.
did think about it
Yeah.
a lot. When it comes to selection, you give it due thought and process, a little bit of strategy behind things.
Well, yeah.
What did you
Are we
do on the
getting there?
train? Oh, that long train from Chelmsford.
Right. So, do we have consensus then?
What have we got so far? Chief selector.
From 1, me,
Yes.
the host. You are the chief. Actually, he is. 1 through to 11 is Joss Buttler to 8 with Paul Sterling. So there's England, Ireland. Glenn Phillips of New Zealand at 3. Klassen of South Africa at 4. Shakib Al Hassan at 5, Bangladesh. Dre Russ, West Indies at 6. Australian Zampa. Rashid Khan, we went for in the end? Or
Yeah.
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 So there's Afghanistan. Tirana from Sri Lanka, that's right, can't read my handwriting. And Shaheen Shah, Afridi, and Bumrah.
That looks
Yeah.
all right.
Morg's got
Thinking
his
of
way.
people.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
don't worry for everybody out there. I will put out my own 11. Don't worry. So who's going to tell the team?
No.
Who's captain of this side then?
Who's captain? Who's
captain?
captain? Who's captain? You get the final call on that.
It's got to be your mate, isn't it?
What, Sterling or Butler?
Yeah, good point, actually.
Well, I think it's got to be Butler.
Okay. Josh Butler is captain. Butler, Sterling, Phillips, Klassen, Shakib Al Hassan, Dre Russ, Zampa, Rashid Khan, Patirana, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Jasprit Bumrah.
Congratulations.
Any sense at all?
Well done.
I hope it did.
That's
Now
a good
Nasser's going to have
side.
a fight with Morgan.